Hey you guys, how's it going? A Magic Wizard here. Today I've got a gameplay of Team Deathmatch on Quarry for you. The gun I'm using is the Thermal FAL with the FMJ Magnum, sleight of hand, stopping power and steady aim. The equipment I'm using is Semtex and stun grenades, and as usual I'm running UAV, Predator missile and Harrier airstrike. One thing I'd like to talk about quickly is the kill streaks in general. If you're playing Team Deathmatch, then I would recommend running fairly low kill streaks because it's got a limited amount of kills in it. That's the whole point. So it's unlikely that you'll be getting, you know, an 11 kill streak every game. So I think chopper gunners and AC-130s, they're not really worth it. Pavelos I would allow. Yeah, that's fair enough. You know, 9 kills. It's not that hard to get 9 kills in a row, really. But I would always recommend using UAV in team deathmatches, just because it helps you team up so much. People don't tend to use cold-blooded in team deathmatch because, you know, there's no real reason to hide. I mean, there's no objective really other than kill people, and I fail at hip firing there as usual. Predator missile. I think I've spoken about this before, but I only use it just to get the Harriers, and Harriers are good because it allows you the freedom to run around and carry on getting kills, but it also sometimes it will just go insane and just destroy everyone. The FAL, the thermal FAL, it's better than I thought it would be, but you know, it's still not great. It's, I'd say like as guns go, you know, you've got guns like the UMP, which are obviously, you know, they're better than the others. Then you've got guns like the thermal F2000, which is pretty awful. I'd say this is kind of in the middle. It's got very high damage and it's semi-automatic, so if you've got a good trigger finger like that, you can take out people who've got painkiller and shotguns. So I'd say it's a pretty good gun. At range, it's not great. You know, the thermal's not a great attachment unless it's on a sniper rifle, in my opinion. But even then, you know, it's not that good, and I'm just hip firing there for days. And I managed to escape that guy as well. He gets away, but I believe I kill this guy with the Magnum. Generally on Quarry, I'll try and keep up to the high. I'll try and keep the higher ground. I will, you know, there's a lot of places to hide on Quarry. There's a lot of kind of rocks sticking out and all that kind of stuff. So you do need to keep an eye on your surroundings. And that's why the UAV is so helpful, especially on maps like this. But that there was a good example of why this gun's not good at range, especially if you're against a sniper rifle. Once you shoot once, it's the same with everything which has thermal, and then the recoil it doesn't really settle in the middle at all. It will just kind of spin around, which isn't really what you want, especially with a semi-automatic gun that doesn't kill in one shot. If it was automatic, then maybe, because you know you can pull off two bullets in a row fairly quickly, and you know that you might be able to get the lucky headshot. But with a gun like the FAL, where it is semi-automatic, you really do need to take your time over your shots and try not to shoot people who are pretty far away if you are catching my drift. This is one of the 3 games I had in a row where I was using pretty weird classes, and I would say the score in this game isn't amazing. Like, the kill to death isn't amazing, but I do get quite a few kills, but I do die a few times as well. And sorry if my voice is quite shaky, but it is extremely cold in my bedroom right now, and the heating isn't on, so I am very cold. So apologies if you start hearing my teeth chatter. Is that what it's called? When they start going? Yeah, that thing. Anyway. Sleight of hand I was using. I kind of like it. Kind of feels not like I'm cheating, but you know, I'm not doing it. I'm not making it as hard as it could be because I'm using the good perks. So I will at some point be going not back through necessarily the same guns or the same attachments, but you know, kind of similar things. Like maybe I'll use the FAL with ACOG, and I'll use harder perks like not stopping power. I also won't use sleight of hand, because sleight of hand really, it helps a lot with the thermal sight. Because I did try a game before this with the thermal sight and the FAL, and I used marathon, but it really just the fact that you can't zoom in that quickly, it really doesn't help at all. And I think it was probably on a map like Scrapyard, where there's not a whole lot of stuff you can climb as well. So, you know, a marathon FAL on Scrapyard, you can probably imagine, isn't the best combination. But this here, it turned out to be a pretty decent game, I will say. And this thing it's so powerful. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, you get one shot on their body and then one shot to the head, and they'll die. And there's also a little kind of I'll call it a tip. If you're using the FAL, if you use it bling with holographic and silencer, it's 2 shots no matter where you shoot them on the body. 2 shots to the foot and they'll die. That's with stopping power, by the way. So I think it's the holographic sight. It gives like a 5 damage boost to the gun you put it on, and I think I had 3 or maybe even 4 Predator missiles this game, and I don't think I killed anyone with them. I was just, you know, this was one of the first games I had playing in this kind of little sesh. As you can tell, my aim's a bit off every now and then, and my Predator missiles were just awful. I won't lie about that. I don't think I get a Harrier strike, so all of the kills I get are with the FAL, the Magnum, or Semtex, like you just saw there. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the Riot Shield videos I've been posting. I thought they were just, you know, something a little bit different. You don't really see a lot of just like weird videos, not weird videos, but you know, kind of weird classes with just some music in the background. So I thought, you know, they're only like a couple of minutes long each. It's just something to upload to keep you guys entertained, and I thought they were pretty cool. I quite like the little Riot Shield streaks at the start of games, and then I get noob tubed. A couple of points in this game was, well, kind of like most games I play on Modern Warfare 2. I do get a bit angry every now and then, and if you do play with me, I've had a few people add me now, but if you do play with me and I've got my mic plugged in, then you might hear me shouting every now and then. So apologies ahead of time if you do hear that, but you know, it's Modern Warfare 2 and it gets to you. What else is there to say, really? The reason I was camping back a bit here was because I knew there was another guy in that room, but I wasn't sure if he was going to run out or not, but I took the chance to go around, and I think I do end up getting him. And it was lucky I didn't go in, because he was sitting up there with a spas out, and somehow, you'll see here, this guy here doesn't kill me with a spas, and I don't know what he was doing. I think he was just waiting around that corner, but that was a very poor move on his behalf. I was playing with just one of my friends again, Ben, this game, and I missed. Don't know if you saw that. If you go back just a few seconds, you'll see that there was that sniper guy that I hit marked a second ago. He was still up on those top railings, but I really wasn't taking good notice of my surroundings. It was one of my first games on, and that's my normal excuse. But it looks like the game's already coming to an end. So thank you a lot for watching, guys, and I will catch you all next time. Goodbye.